A spine-chilling instance that happened in Bengaluru, a very unfortunate story. 23-year-old Soundarya and her 9-month-old daughter, Leela, they died due to electrocution in Bengaluru yesterday. The Bengaluru Electricity Supply Company Limited has suspended 5 of its officials for negligence and issued show-cause notices to 2 other senior officers. On Sunday, the duo had come into contact with a live wire that had fallen on the footpath. Karnataka Energy Minister K.J. George took note of the fatal accident and ordered suspension of the officials who were involved. The state government has announced a compensation of 5 lakh each to the family members who have lost their lives. BJP has lashed out at the Congress government and the usual politicking follows. However, this incident in the IT capital of the country only points out how the cities of our country are unsafe, especially a city like Bengaluru.
ಫೋನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇದ್ದವಳು ಕಿರ್ಚಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಲು. ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಗಲಾಟೆನೆ? ಮಾಲಿನ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ತಮಿಳ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಷೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಾರೆ. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಮ್ಮ ಕಾಪಾಡು ಕಾಪಾಡು ನಿನ್ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗಳನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡು ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ಲು. ನಮ್ಮನೆಗೂ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಗೂ 2 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ದೂರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾನ್ ರೋಡ್ಗೂ ಬಂದಿ ಯಾವನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದಿ ಓಪರಂ ಇಳಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಓಪರಂ ಇಳಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಗುನ ಕಾಪಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿಲಿ ಅಂತ ಒದ್ದಾಡಿ ನನ್ನ ಅಮ್ಮ ನನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಂದೆನೆ ನನ್ನ ಕೂಸು ಸಮೇತ ನನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಂದೆ ಸತ್ತೋದ್ಲಪ್ಪ.
Well, when will this civic apathy really end? People responsible for these kind of issues, they might have been suspended, but is that really enough to fix the loopholes? People die, citizens die in our country because of potholes, because of waterlogging, because of these live wires who are out there on the roads. This is criminal negligence and people should be held accountable. These are issues that should be spoken of much more. The lines are open. The number is on your screen, 012064033751. Call us live, share your views and tell us what you think about this entire story that has unfolded in Bengaluru. Akshara with us on the broadcast. Akshara, the word coming in from the officials, please.
Oh, well, you see, 2 aspects here. One, a live wire was hanging down and it was unattended. Why no BBMP official was there on the spot in order to check this particular aspect? Because, this particular, the region there, Hopefield, Hope Farm Whitefield there, you get to see a lot of people walking there. Why was this particular live wire left unattended? And we're also getting to learn that the BESCOM officials pointing fingers at the BBMP stating that there was a work going on. Why there was no coordination between these 2 departments to ensure the safety of the pedestrians? Not just that, if you take a look at the various areas here in Bengaluru, you'll get to see such live wires being hanging around and posing a threat to the pedestrians here. Not just that, few of the footpaths will not be in a proper condition for the pedestrians to walk. So there are various such death traps across the city. Potholes, uneven roads, bad roads. There have been multiple deaths here in Bengaluru because of such uneven roads or potholes, or even people being electrocuted because of live wires hanging around. So there have been such multiple civic apathy incidents that have come to the fore here in Bengaluru. And another aspect is that there is no elected council here in Bengaluru. The elections have been postponing because of some legal aspects as well. There should be an elected council in order to hold them responsible, hold them accountable, and also ensure that the safety of the citizens and pedestrians here in Bengaluru is ensured. So that's another aspect here which needs to be focused right now. And the elections for the BBMP council will also very shortly take place. So but once again, the BBMP officials, the BESCOM, BWSSB, it's high time that they focus on such issues, focus on the civic infrastructure here, and take stock of such pockets and areas here in Bengaluru which pose a great threat to the citizens who every day travel by those routes and footpaths as well. And once again, on the other aspect, political slugfest has broke out between because of this particular incident that has come to the fore. You have the BJP pointing fingers at the Congress, targeting them, stating that the D.K. Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister, who is also the Bengaluru Development Minister, must focus on these aspects, instead of all the other issues. That's the word coming in from the BJP, the opposition party here. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, the Energy Minister KJ George, he says that he'll be giving the family 5 lakh compensation, and he regrets that this incident has come to the fore. But once again, 2 lives are lost. One of mother, 23-year-old, and her daughter. So these 2 precious lives have already been lost because of the negligence and dereliction of duty of the BESCOM officials, and it is high time that BBMP, BESCOM, and various other departments ensure the safety of the pedestrians here in Bengaluru.
Absolutely. The responsibility must be fixed. The political slugfest that has broken out, Akshara, has it really fixed the responsibility? All right, 5 officials have been suspended, but is that reason enough? Do we know the reason why that live wire was lying there? The bigger question is that across the city of Bengaluru, do we have more such live wires who may become responsible, which may become responsible for deaths of this nature? More importantly, have we had an instance like this before?
Well, you see, a year ago exactly, one such similar incident had come to the fore. A 22-year-old lost his life after he came in touch with a live wire. And as I pointed out earlier, there are many such pockets in Bengaluru where you get to see such wires being hanging down. You will get to see if you take a walk in the city of Bengaluru, and you'll get to see these wires, more and more wires in the places and footpaths where you get to see more and more pedestrians walking by. So this is a common sight here in Bengaluru. Potholes, uneven roads, and such wires hanging down alongside the footpath is a common sight here in Bengaluru, which poses a great threat to the citizens. So yes, as I pointed out, high time that the BESCOM officials, BBMP officials become more vigilant and ensure the safety of the pedestrians.
Mr. Jagan Mohan from Chennai is calling us. Jagan Mohan ji, good afternoon. Thank you for calling us. A very unfortunate incident in Bengaluru. Your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, so good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
It's a feeling, the people are feeling, let's say it's a job. It's not a job. You are servicing to the society and a fellow human beings. Unless the mindset will change, this type of apathies will happen. That's a real unfortunate thing.
It is indeed a very unfortunate thing, and as I was talking to my colleague, thank you, sir, for calling us, sharing your views, and as I was talking to Akshara, that it's important to ensure that instances like these are not repeated anywhere else. 5 officials have been suspended, but 2 people have lost their lives. Nobody is responsible for this death. This is criminal negligence. In a first world country, one could be booked for far more heinous offences. But here in India, when it comes to these kind of civic issues, when it comes to this kind of matters which come to public light, it's only a compensation which is announced by the government and some lip service, some politicking that follows, but not really real actions that follow on the ground. This is a story as to how a particular state corporation is not running properly, how live wires are out there suspended on roads, and this is not some hinterland of the country, but this is, of course, one of the major cities of India, Bengaluru, the IT capital of the country. Once again, BJP has taken pot shots at the Congress party, saying that this is civic apathy. The Congress party and their government in the state has failed the people. Electrocution has killed 2 people. Even earlier last year, there was an incident of this nature that was reported. The woman and her baby stepped on a 9-month-old baby stepped on a live wire, and they both lost their life. Very unfortunate. Think about the family members, the little infant who lost her life in this accident. The Congress minister says that action has been taken. However, mere suspension is not enough. There must be an audit of these kind of live wires, these kind of issues, which the residents or citizens living in Bengaluru continue to face. We'll try and get you more voices and more reactions on the story. This indeed has become a political issue. But when it comes to the city of Bengaluru, whether it's waterlogging, whether it's traffic jams or these live wires, also urban flooding has been one of the major concerns in the IT capital of the country. And it only raises questions about the kind of urban planning that we have in place in India, and especially in thriving, growing and disproportionately growth that cities like Bengaluru have seen. Many experts point out that because of lack of proper planning in the infrastructure and as to how the city has grown, it has led to a situation of this nature. The other question that emerges is that when the state government is already spending a lot of money on their welfare schemes / freebies, what kind of money do they really have to correct the course when it comes to these state corporations? A live wire on the road, God forbid, anything could have happened. Even right now, 2 lives have been lost. Electrocution has killed 2 people, including an infant. Mother and daughter have been killed in this incident.